morning, everyone. I'm Ayu Sri Rezeqy, and I'm the third semester student in Lhokseumawe, in English Department of State Institute Lhokseumawe, in Lhokseumawe, Aceh, Indonesia. Today, I'm going to do a presentation on student attitude toward blended learning through Google Classroom in general English course. I'm making this presentation to fulfill the assignment for this speaking in professional context and explain to you how the attitude of student during offline and online learning system. Hopefully, my presentation today could help us, especially students, study well even though by using offline and online learning system. The main idea that I will discuss in today's presentation is the background of study research methodology, results of the research. During the pandemic of COVID-19, offline and online learning are recommended by the government of Indonesia. By using both offline and online, students will have the opportunity to enhance their self-regulated learning, which seemed very effective in this challenging time. Therefore, the study investigated the students' attitude on implementing blended learning, especially in general English course. The study employed survey method in gaining the data where around 192 students of a primary school education study program were involved both in filling questionnaire. Interview was also conducted by the researchers to validate and allocate more feedback on the study. The findings shows that almost 76.3% of the students were positive and satisfied on the implementation of a blended learning. By applying blended learning, students were also permitted to repeat or reopen the lesson without any pressure. By conducting this study, several shortages were also appeared where internet connection was the main problem. Teachers' lack of online learning design was also a thing to take into consideration. Blended learning has been very effective. Hence, this study support the refinement of the implementation, especially in the area where internet connection is a thing to be concerned. Guys, we are going to the second point is the research of the methodology. The method that employed in the study was survey method. The sample of the study were the fifth semester of primary school education students in Muhammadiyah Kuningan, consisting of 19 students from three classes. The data were collected through questionnaire and interview to validate and allocate the feedback. The questionnaire was developed to identify students' view on blended learning environments, which is Google Classroom. The questionnaire consists of 12 items to identify students' attitude toward blended learning process. The scoring for the questionnaire was established according to the Likert scale. Strongly agree for 5 points, agree 4 points, indicate 3 points, disagree 2 points, and strongly disagree 1 point. The quantitative data from questionnaire were analyzed by descriptive static while triangulation was used to analyze the qualitative data option. It is based on Creswell and Silverman who acknowledge triangulation is a crucial effort in analyzing the qualitative data. Guys, the last point is the result of the research. As we can see from the table, the highest percentage is on item number 6, 83.6%, where blended learning allows students to interact with the teacher. Interaction between student and teacher is a very important, especially for student feedback. The second higher percentage is the belief that the blended learning can improve student skill or understanding. 81.4%. Istiana explained that the blended learning gives the student opportunities to be outmost learners so their skill will be easier to develop. The following item that has high percentage is on student-to-student interaction, 78.1%. The student-to-student exchange is critical to a quality online class. It is believed that this kind of interaction will benefit both sides in improving their understanding of the material delivered by the teacher during the blended learning process. According to the table, most students indicate a good attitude toward the blended learning process, with the average being about 76.3%. The result of the interview several information related to the implementation of blended learning, where there are some difficulties that experienced by the majority students during the process of blended learning implementation, especially in uploading a video into classroom where the quality of the video is high definition. The unstable internet connection, whether from a campus or self-action, is probably the issue. Purnawarman, Susilawati, and Sundayana urge you a good internet connection must be implemented in online learning. It is in line with Istiana, who stated that a school should be equipped with a good internet access to have maximum online learning results. One thing that should be addressed on a current study based on the interview is the lack of group interaction while making a discussion. Teachers need to use another application that provide direct chat like WhatsApp and Facebook to make a discussion lively. However, those who have difficulty operating classroom from their smartphone or not into ICT admitted that a blended learning is hard enough to follow. They prefer a more conventional classroom because they are used to it for a long time. Jessamine explained that ICT cannot replace the traditional classroom. Thus, the presence of both teacher and student in the classroom is still needed since it has been on our mind that the teaching and learning is affiliated with a face-to-face learning. Well, guys, before the last point, so my presentation today will end. But before I close my presentation, I will give you the conclusion from my presentation that based on the finding, it can be concluded that the implementation of blended learning through Google Classroom in General English course was run well. It can be seen from the perspective that shown by the student was positive, where 76.3% of them were satisfied on blended learning implementation. It was also believed that by using blended learning, students were permitted to repeat lessons without judgment or pressure. However, regarding the study finding, several considerations are recommended. First, a stable blended learning with good facilities such as internet connection is needed. Second, teacher should be more creative since most students are new to use the technology, and the last but not least, teacher should find a better formula to create a good proportion between online and offline learning. Well, guys, I think that's all. Thanks to you for watching my video, and I hope this presentation today will give you some information and for student, so you can study well even though offline and online learning process.